Hello guys, Panther now. So Panther now, I'm on the, okay. I was trying to shrink the page for you guys. Configure the page. Oh, it was configured. That's it. Panther now. I believe that's FIU's one of their news whatever it might be. Let's move on. This was FIU bridge collapse, NTSB, top post, topics, officials remain tight-lipped on new bridge investigation. Check this out. This person, Valentina Palm, Panther Now, has presented us with this photograph that he or she, Valentina sounds like a girl, and presented us with, well, I'm going to read it to you. Joshua, the writer, staff writer, I guess that's the photographer then. Joshua, whatever, is the person that apparently wrote it, August 26, 2019. Just a few days before students got back to another semester of staring at the remains of the infamous FIU bridge, 5 individuals were spotted walking on top of the would-be bridge supports beam, right up here, and would-be bridge support beam. So it would give them some liberty on that. That's the pier. And let's look at the photograph, the other one that they were able to get together. FIU's hats on there, and I'm going to cut to the chase a little bit so you know where I'm going with it. MCM and FIU are still partnering together because it was an MCM person, as this person reports. On Thursday, August 22nd, so let's do this one more time. August 26th, this was 4 days later, the article came out. On Thursday, August 22nd, 5 men were doing work on and around the concrete support of the failed bridge on the side opposite the university, which we know the canal. The men had equipment such as cameras on a tripod and a sheet of paper attached to the support column. So they didn't see what the sheet of paper said, apparently. When asked who they were and what they were doing with the bridge, the group said that they had no comment. The group said that. One older man with a white beard was wearing a reflective vest and FIU hard hat. This guy with the white chin. While his companions remained tight-lipped, he said that they were doing an investigation. So the FIU cap-wearing guy, hard hat-wearing guy, said they were doing an investigation. When asked if they were part of the National Transportation Safety Board investigation into the collapse, he said, "Not that investigation. I can't tell you any more. Talk to General Counsel." The General Counsel's office is the university's legal arm, and the General Counsel is the attorney for FIU. When the university is named in a lawsuit, the General Counsel's office gets involved. Wendy Vargas, an attorney from the General Counsel's office from FIU worker, whom the FIU worker referred to by name, Wendy Vargas, referred Panther Now to media relations, who says the university cannot comment on what was going on at the bridge because it involves pending litigation. Well, so they're involving pending litigation. They got MCM and FIU out there on top of there. So MCM is still fighting? Interesting. Or is that class action lawsuit that was mentioned in the other group there? Does it have some merit to it? The university was named as a defendant in several court cases following the collapse of the bridge on Thursday, March 15, 2018, including one brought by the parents of Alexia Doran, something, the FIU student who died in the collapse, and one by Fig Bridge Engineers, the firm that designed the bridge. Two of the other men seen working on the bridge column on August 22nd who refused to identify themselves or comment on their activities wore clothing that had the logos of Manila Construction Management and the Simon Consulting Engineers. MCM was the company that built the ultimate faulty bridge. They filed for bankruptcy in March 2019 and struck a deal to pay the victims of the tragedy and their families up to $42 million. This is insurance money. And if you guys don't know, the update on that is they also changed the name of the company to Magnum. They sold it to their family members, apparently for some, promissory notes, something of that nature. The courts didn't like it. I read their version of that. The courts think it's just some skullduggery going on here, a little sneakiness. And I had to check my text. And they don't like it, but they insist that, look, they're going to make $2 million reportedly in one part, and then maybe $15 million total. So they use their property as collateral to make the purchase. So it's just the payments that's supposed to be being paid, I suppose. So it goes nowhere. I think it is a little skullduggery, a little sneakiness. The company could not immediately be, I like that word, skullduggery. I don't even know if I'm using it correctly, but I like it. The company could not immediately be reached for comment. DeSimone Consultant, if that's DeSimone, whatever. Consulting Engineers is a firm with offices on Brickell Avenue. Their services include forensic consulting and complex property and liability losses, according to their website. When contacted by Panther Now, this company spokesman said, "I don't know what they were doing. I can't tell you. Ask FIU." Panther Now reached out to MCM, but had no response. A records request was sent to the National Transportation Board. That was just a waste, right? A spokesman for the NTPSB said that all the evidence from the bridge site has been secured. So any work going on the bridge would not constitute tampering with their evidence. What bridge? That's not a bridge. At the site. So the quote seems kind of weird. And this appears to be, well, I don't see logos, but that's the white-haired baron. There's a party over here. That's 1, 2, and 3. There's Simon, or what is supposed to be there too. So we got the FIU guy with his safety vest on, and you also take note of that clothed up to the elbow. This one's clothed beyond the elbow. Could be just folded up. Could be the other person with another vest. Just trying to give it count. Maybe 5 people. But they're up here, reportedly up here on the tripod taking photographs. And the white paper just might have been a permit or just something they could look at and try to get scale. A lot of times they think there's a white paper, could be in blueprint plans taped to the wall for scaling. Okay, so what could they have been doing? Well, they could have been looking for forensically, wanted to see if there's some bars bent where the drag marks were in the concrete. You can't be doing too much else, right? You can take measurements of everything, but you're not going to be measuring the sky, are you? So at this point, they're probably looking for deflection in the bars to see how if at all, how it came off this pier top cap. Could have been evaluating the chips up here. We talked about that in another video, and just the surface area, the drag marks. If they're doing it without a surveyor there. So this is sort of it's easily questioned your ability to triangulate this onto the surface. So you can the parallel. I don't see a level, so I don't know how they're actually taking down true data without a level. Photographing and all that is just going to be vague. All right. I'm ending the video. Just wanted to give that to you. If you want to find this, it's Panther Now. Officials remain tight-lipped on bridge investigation. And there's your Joshua and Valentina Palm. Wish them the best. All right. I'm glad they did that. That's awesome. Take care.